Hello everybody. Well, we're looking at Africa. Africa had quite a lot of star forts. Quite a lot. It's actually quite hard to find them all. You just come across them. There are quite a lot of star forts there. Just like the rest of the world. What it was is I was watching this video and this guy was talking about castles in Africa. But anyway, we're going to do this bit first because star forts are all over the place in Africa. Just like us, just like them. Number 17 up there. Here. 17, whatever that is. Little bit of history saying that they're the French. The French made the forts. Strange we all have them. And then he went to Africa. That's the video. It was about castles. And what he does is he gives a couple of links. The first link, which was to do with this, I didn't really go very far on that link. But the second link, which is the map, I look a bit more into in a minute. But we'll just look at a few of the pictures that he took. Africa, with buildings that are not just 1 story high. They've got towers in them. Africa. And then he gets onto this map. I think, I can't remember, it was I think this one is the 14th century. But I'm going to look at this one in a bit more detail. What he saw was there was loads of canals and loads of castles. So all these could be star forts. Look at that. Look at all those castles. Gee. Looking a bit like Mercia. Each region has these castles in. The same sort of thing as Mercia. I've done that. That's on Sun and Moon. Loads and loads of castles. I reckon they've got more well, it's a bigger country, isn't it, I suppose. But I found that very interesting. Castles, castles, castles. Castles everywhere. Castles. Kingdoms and castles. And he was looking at this book here, and then he tells you what the meaning means. There it is on the right. The pleasant gallery of the world, where we see a large number of very exact, and anyway, you can go back and read that if you want. But in this book, there are pictures and they've got crowns on, so they're kings. This one is a bit later, I think. It's the 17th century, where there are castles, but there aren't so many castles now. They're all wearing it. Look at that, he's got a skirt on. Another skirt person. Remember them? Kilts. Caesar, you know, Romans, kilts. Oh, he's got a skirt on as well. But look at the buildings. 2, 3 stories high steeples in Africa. How can that be? Look, there's a dome there. Whoa. Castles, castles, buildings, castles. Look, there's a crown. And they're not looking so African. I don't know, look what I don't know what they look like. Chandelier. This one's been crowned. Well, I hope that's what it is and not some horrible sort of torture machine. What is that? Look at that. He's got his hand over his eye. Anyway, more. Yeah, these ones, the guy said, oh, they look blonde. Anyway, look at the buildings in the background. Castles and buildings. Look at them. These people from the Congo. As far as he was concerned, that's somebody with blonde hair. It may not be, but he doesn't look like a native, what we think of as a native African looks like. Or him. They look more European, but look at that mark on his eye, like Egyptian. Yeah, and the buildings in the background. And he found loads and loads of these drawings. Loads. Many, many more. I'm just showing a few of them. Look at that zebra. It's a horse with stripes on it. Is that how... Are they drawing reality? Anyway, look at that. Look at that. A dragon without a proper body. You know, it's not a proper dragon. It's dragon-like. And then these ones, look at the guy on the left, look at the guy on the right. He looks like the guy on the right's going, no way, leave me alone. Look what they're wearing. He doesn't look very African, does he? Who's he supposed to be? Like a Jesus or something? Look, buildings in the background with like pyramids in there. They're supposed to be hills. They could be hills. Mounds. This was, one of them was in the 1400s and one of them was the 1700s. And then, yeah, he was looking at this. I'm not sure. Those are the two times he was looking at. Buildings, shoes. I don't really know. And that looks more like an indigenous person. It's got writing on his legs, look. I don't know what that thing is you're holding, but in the background a star fort in the picture. And then I went to one of the links. And what it is it's stuck on a globe, but it's completely covered in land. I'm going to show you in a little bit. There's land everywhere, look. Well, they're only just showing you a piece of it. Maybe it's just a piece of it. When we zoom in, I didn't think it was going to do it because it's so small, that writing, but it did. There you go. Castles everywhere. The place was absolutely covered in castles. Absolutely covered in castles. Absolutely covered. Covered. Well, there you go. 1450. Says it right there. Mappa de Dress Azon 1450. They were drawing this in 1450. Look at that. Tartaria. Along a bit from Prussia. Must be Germany or something. It was a bit hard to work out even where we were on that, to be honest. Because it goes Europa. Castles everywhere. Castles, 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 just like Mercia. I don't recognise all these names on here. I went to look at that writing and it did zoom in, but it's in another language, so I can't read it. It's so small, look, it did it, but I don't know what that says. It's another language. Castles everywhere. Kingdoms everywhere. Castles and kingdoms everywhere. I'm glad they drew Africa up there on the right, you know, because I said that things aren't lying the way that they say they are. But look at that. In that section they've got there, absolutely covered in castles. Obviously, what a lot to cover up. That's Prussia. I'm not very good at saying names. Russia. Latunia. Latvia. Netro. Russia. Europa. That must be Europe. Look at it all. Covered in castles. We obviously just don't really know very much, do we? This was made a long time ago. We just don't know our history. Look, there's Tartaria over there. Tartaria, Tartaria. He was saying all the squiggles, they are canals. So it would make sense that all those castles were star forts, wouldn't it? There you go. 1450. Again, that was made. But anyway, what's your thoughts?